they talking real loud, spreading no lie, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swirling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track.
Another Queen Ahmadiyyah production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud, spreading no lie, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swirling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. Haze on the corner, they talking real loud, spreading no lie, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swirling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, with that all being said, let's get ready to get into it. Before we do, let's have a brief word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
All right, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes hair oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. You can also find it at Walmart.com. And don't forget that she sells beard oil. Okay, so hello 504 NOLA in the virtual building. All right, Pearly, Troy is here. Buckhorst DC. All right, Hot Cocoa. Bronze Flat Power God is here. Okay, so let's get into it. Shout out to all my loyal royals. Everyone tuned into the Queen, and a big shout out to my moderators because y'all know they be putting in work. I see you, G from the land. All right, Alice. Okay, so with that all being said, let's get into it. Juju B, Pearly. All right, we the people. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about, some of these women out here who knowingly mess around with married men and then they want to play the victim. Because I was watching this video of this woman who was sitting in the hospital complaining, and I don't know why she brought this to the internet. I guess she thought that people were going to have sympathy and empathy for her, maybe, but nobody did. Okay, people literally were dragging her in the comments, and rightfully so. Okay, so I'm going to let you hear what she had to say. There is about maybe 3 or 4 parts to this story. I'm going to play them all. And then we're going to also talk about it as we listen. And then I want you to listen to this other fool. Okay, yeah, that's what she is, who also was pregnant by a married man. Okay, and she sounds just as crazy. So, with that all been said, let's get into it. Lights up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to double check and make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, especially if you have not been receiving those notifications.
5 days. And so let me tell y'all how I've been in the hospital 5 days, and this man ain't came and seen me not one time, y'all. Well, just the backstory. I'm pregnant by a married man, and we've been dealing with each other for what, 6, 7 years. And the whole time we was messing with each other, he kept telling me he gonna leave his wife, and da da da. Keep in mind, I done had like 4 abortions with him, y'all. 4 abortions. And we had the abortion because every time he had the abortion, so we kept having abortions because he kept telling me, like, before I have a baby, he wants us to be married. So
Did y'all hear that? This fool said that she had 4 abortions by this man and that they had them because he kept telling her that before they have a baby, they want to get married. Make that make sense. Here's the question. If that were the case, well, why didn't he use protection? Or better yet, just wait until you divorce your current wife and then marry her and do all of that. But no, he wanted to have his cake and eat it too, and so did she. Okay, she knew this man was married, clearly, and she chose to be second fiddle. She chose to be put on the back burner. Okay, so I don't know why she's on here complaining because, baby girl, you got exactly what you had coming. But let's continue.
remember, he said he was gonna leave his wife. So I'm thinking, like, okay, we're gonna keep having abortion. Like, he gonna divorce her soon, and we gonna get married. So this time I got pregnant, I'm telling him, like, I'm not aborting. So how long is it gonna be till you divorce your wife? So y'all, I've been in the hospital, like I said, 5 days, and he hasn't been up here not one time. I've been blowing him up, y'all. He ain't been answering the phone. So I'm thinking about reaching out to the wife, like, I don't think she know about me, y'all. Like, it's been 6 years, but I don't think she know about me.
Okay, it has to been 6, 7, or 8 years. Because in the beginning, didn't she say it was 7 or 8? Now she's saying 6. Oh, we know it's been years. Clearly, if what she said is true. But here's the thing. What the hell she wants to reach out to the wife for? Girl, don't try to make that lady miserable because you are. See, this is what gets me about people like this. Now she's sitting up her butt hurt and bent out of shape because this man that she's pregnant from, who's married, and she knew he was married, has not visited her for the whole time she's been in the hospital. Now she's been in the hospital for 5 days. As you can see, she has not yet given birth. So obviously, she's either having some sort of complications with the pregnancy or there is something else that's wrong, which means that there is some type of health issue, right? So this man doesn't give a darn about her because if she's calling him, blowing up his phone and telling him she's in the hospital and she's already been there for almost a week and he's not bothered to call her back nor come to see her, that man doesn't give a damn about her. Okay, and she could sit there and foolishly tell her dumb self that, oh, he can't leave because he's with his wife. But what about all the other times he snuck away from his wife when he wanted to come and lay up with her and when she had those 4 abortions and now pregnant again? He had time to leave then, so he'd have time to leave now if he wanted to. But the fact of the matter is, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to come and see her at the hospital because he doesn't care. Okay? He doesn't care to come see her or that baby at the hospital because truth is, he don't want either one of them. She was a good time girl who got pregnant again and again and again. And every time she got pregnant, he made her get rid of it, or he told her to get rid of it, manipulated her into getting rid of it. And now she decided to go ahead and have it. So he's like, yeah, deal with that by yourself. I'm quite sure. What do y'all think? Okay. This is so crazy. Hot Coco said, my ex-husband got a woman pregnant. I was out, as you should have been. And here's the thing. Buckhorse DC said, Tyler Perry, a family that prays. Okay, that's exactly what this sounds like, a Tyler Perry movie, okay? In real life. Bottom line is, the fact that she and he were so negligent and reckless as to be having relations unprotected and then using abortion as a method of birth control is disgusting and sick. Absolutely diabolical and nefarious, in my opinion. Okay? Why wasn't she on birth control again? Why weren't they using protection? And here's the thing that gets me about these idiots who mess around with married people. Now, if the person that you're cheating with or that you're with is married and they're cheating on their spouse, how do you know that the spouse isn't also cheating? And if the spouse is also cheating and not using protection as that person that she's messing with is, do they think about how nasty that is and how much germs and bacteria could be floating around? Do they not think about STDs or STIs, HIV, herpes? I have questions. I have several questions. Okay, this is all so sick, but let's continue. I mean, she brought this to the internet, so we're going to dissect it.
So I'm thinking about reaching out to her and telling her that I'm pregnant. And I'm in the hospital because he need to be up here. Which
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. See, that's the thing. She thinks that he should be up there and that he needs to be up there. No, he doesn't. You see, you made your bed, lie in it by yourself. You see, my grandmother used to always tell us that if you lie down with dogs, you might wake up with fleas. And that's what it looks like has happened in this case. Okay, she laid down with a dog and now you got fleas, honey, and he ain't coming around there to clear you up. Okay, that's what's not happening. And you want to call the wife because he needs to be here? Here's the thing. Calling the wife is not going to get him there. That's only going to tick him off. And I think that she's making these videos hoping that the wife sees them somehow and figures this all out. That's what I think. What a fool. Yeah, she is delusional, Alice. Absolutely.
y'all think y'all, what y'all think I should do? Y'all think I should call her? Or I'm up here losing my mind. I feel like he need to be up here supporting me. I don't care that he's married. Like, shit, we practically married. Like, we've been dealing with each other for a long time.
That's how you know she's a fool. She's sitting there talking about they're practically married because they've been dealing with each other for a long time. Girl, how are you practically married to a man who's married? No matter how long you've been dealing with him. And the fact that she's sitting here talking about she's been dealing with him for years, and he told her from day one he was going to leave his wife, and he's never bothered to do so. This woman is a whole idiot. Like, how can someone play themselves like this? This degree of stupid is absolutely diabolical. Okay, I have questions. How long was the bus that she rode to school? Let's continue.
I don't know why he hasn't divorced her yet. Y'all think he not leaving her? At this point, I'm thinking he not leaving her because
At this point, you're thinking he's not leaving her. Girl, it's been 6-7 years and he hasn't left yet. You should have been thought that. Now it's starting to come to your mind.
why he ain't divorced her yet and why he not up here with me?
Duh.
Tell me what y'all think I should do.
I think you should stay your dumb ass off the internet and find you a man of your own, honey. And in the meantime, try to raise that baby. Girl, what's really going on here? Do y'all hear this? It's all so sick. They should have used protection, even though they're both wrong in this instance. Yes, exactly, RG Titan. I agree. Okay. Ladybug says Short Bus Chronicles. Okay. Because please. Dangerous said it's cheaper to keep her, even if he was going to leave. She used to lick the windows on that school bus. Nessa G said she's simple. She really is. And here's the thing. Let me tell y'all something. These women really have it so messed up. Okay? These women of today, these young women, they are just so obtuse. Many of them, not all. Some of them have their ish together. They're out here having their own businesses, being entrepreneurs, having careers, making money, being bosses, and making good decisions. But then there are some who are so obtuse, it's really sad. And then they ask for advice, but when people give them the advice that they don't want to hear, that goes against their narrative, that basically encourages them to do the right thing, they don't want to listen. They want to call you a hater. Now it's none of your business. That's what she did. She got on the internet after people were going in on her and telling her the truth, rather than what she wanted to hear, because we're not a part of her delusion. Just because she's at the circus, we don't have to come dressed as clowns. With that all being said, she got mad and she put up this video talking about, you know how people want you to be so bothered, but you're not bothered. You're clearly bothered. That's why you got on the internet in the first place. You came to us asking for advice, lady. We didn't come to you. Okay? This is what they do. But let's continue, because this is really juicy as far as I'm concerned, because this lady just really shows how stupid she is. And I don't think that she really knows it. How does she post these videos, look back at them, read the comments that people are leaving, and not know that she's a whole fool? Sadly, she doesn't know.
To voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
I just want you to know that me and your kid, been staying up here for 2-3 hours waiting on a fucking taxi when you could have been came and got me.
Now, here's the thing. The man didn't come visit her while she was in the hospital at all. Now she's staying outside because she's been discharged, her and the baby. Now she is standing out there, she says 2 or 3 hours waiting for a taxi because he didn't come to get them. Here's the thing. See, this is what I'm talking about. She is a side chick messing with a man for years, and he didn't even come to give her a darn ride home from the hospital. He doesn't even care if her and that baby are living or dead. I bet you. Okay? Because being in the hospital for an extended period of time when you're giving birth means there were some sort of complications, as I said. So he didn't even care to come and check on them, nor to bother to pick them up. And she obviously doesn't have transportation because she's waiting on an Uber. So that means that he clearly doesn't pay her bills or help her out in things that she's lacking in. Because if he really cared about her, she'd likely have a car. And he would have gotten her what? I said all that to say this. You know, when I was growing up, I knew some women who were mistresses. That's what we called them. That's what my grandmother said they were. They were kept women. The word mistress tends to denote a kept woman. You see, back in the day, women who they weren't known as side chicks and side pieces. They were called mistresses. Now, of course, they were just as wrong as she is, okay, if they knew the men were married and were messing around, okay? But here's the difference, though. These mistresses, these kept women, well, they were living lavish. If you look up the definition for mistress, it basically tells you that it's a woman who's dealing with a wealthy married man who has her, for his pleasure, but he gives her a lavish lifestyle, pays her bills, buys her nice things. That's what mistresses used to get. But because of these nefarious, broke down, dusty, busted, desperate side chicks, well, that's what we have now, culture of side chicks who sit on the back burner, okay, biding their time, hoping that the man leaves the wife, which he never, 9 times out of 10 is going to do, and they get nothing in return. Girl, you could have at least gotten him to buy you a damn car. You've been with this man 6-7 years. He has a wife that he goes home to. He's made you get all these, children sitting to the spiritual realm. Didn't even come see you when you had this one. And you're outside waiting for 2 and 3 hours on an Uber? On a tax? Girl, you got the game effed up. That's all I'm saying. Girl, you could have at least asked him to buy you a car. And if he can't afford to buy you and his wife a car, what are you doing? Okay, what are you doing? Make it all make sense, but let's continue because she's about to rock out.
Well, I know y'all sick of me coming to y'all about my problems. My
Oh, yeah,
lips
we are.
super dry. I've been in the hospital since the 16th. I'm finally getting out today. But let me tell y'all how this nigga, he finally came and saw me, but now he went ghost again. He was supposed to be coming picking me and the baby up. I ain't had nobody to come get me and my baby. This nigga told me he was gonna pick us up. I've been calling him since this morning, letting him know that I was being discharged. And see, this is the problem I have. He feel like he can pick and choose when he wants to deal with me, and that's the problem. So he called himself being mad about the video, but you're not gonna keep thinking you can pick and choose when you want to deal with me. That's not how this works. Mind you, y'all so mad at me. Like, when I first started dealing with him, I didn't know he was married.
She's lying. She is lying. I want you all to pay attention. She's lying. You know how you know she's lying? She knew that man was married from day one. He told her. Okay, look at her. Okay, she looks like she'll settle for second fiddle. And here's the thing. See, one thing about it is these women who play themselves like that, they usually look something like her. And that's just the fact. With that all being said, or they have a certain look, shall I say. But what I will say is this. She's sitting here saying that's not how this works. He doesn't get to deal with her when he wants to deal with her. That's not how this works. That's how it's always worked. With side chicks, ma'am. Side chicks don't get to make the rules. Okay? Side chicks don't get to call the shots. Okay? The side chicks get whatever the man feels like giving them. And that goes for side dudes too. Okay? Girl, it's not like you have options with him. It's not like you can make him just up and leave the wife and come hang out with you for the night and then send him home when you're ready for him to go. So that is how it works. Okay? It's what he says that goes, which is why you're just giving birth and standing outside a hospital for 2 or 3 hours with no ride, looking like a whole fool and telling the internet, people that you don't know, people who don't care about you or your problems, you're telling us your problems because he won't listen. Okay, but let's continue because some people are just so ridiculous.
Y'all always want to be mad at the female instead of being mad at the man. I'm not married. I don't owe anyone any.
Girl, do y'all hear this? She suffers from cognitive dissonance clearly. She said, y'all always want to be mad at the female, but not the man. I'm not married to anybody. Here's the thing. You are messing around with somebody's husband. Okay, now she sat there, and here's how you know she's lying when she says, y'all mad at me. Y'all more mad at me than him. First of all, I didn't know that he was married when we first started messing around. The reason she said that, she gave herself away because when she prefaced it by saying, y'all are mad at me. See, that's why she's lying and saying she didn't know that man was married. I'm pretty sure she knew. If I had to bet money, I'd say yes. Because for one, after people started going in on her in the comments and weren't giving her any sympathy, because why would we? We didn't feel sorry for her. If anything, we felt sorry for the wife who's innocent in this, who didn't ask for this, and I'm sure doesn't deserve it. Okay? So with that all being said, once she saw the response that she was getting, now she wants to play the victim and say, well, I didn't know he was married at first. Even if she didn't know that he was married at first, at some point in the 7 years, she found out that he was married and continued to deal with him. And she wants to say that we get mad at the women and not the men. We don't get mad at anybody because this doesn't have anything to do with us. We're just gossiping about it because you brought it to the internet. Okay? So that's all that is. But the thing is, you're the one who's mad at the woman when you should be mad at him because that's why she wants to call his wife and try to ruin her day because her day was ruined when he didn't come see her at that hospital and then she couldn't get a ride home. Oh, y'all think I should call his wife? Why the hell do you want to call his wife now? You've never bothered to call her before. Maybe you should have called his wife 7 years ago when he first met you and you first found out that he was married. if you claim you didn't know. When you found out, then you should have called the wife and said, listen, ma'am, I am so sorry, but your husband tricked me and told me he was single and I've been dating him for X, Y, and Z for however long. I am so sorry. I want nothing else to do with him. That's when you should have called his wife and you should have said those words, but you didn't because you're selfish and you wanted him for yourself and still do, even though he doesn't give a damn about you. And that's obvious to anyone with eyes to see. Okay? I'm sorry. Make it make sense.
So y'all want to be mad at me? I'm just the innocent bystander. Like I said, I did not know he was married when I first met him. Yes, I know now, but it is what it is.
She said she's an innocent bystander. Do you all hear this fool? She said that she is an innocent bystander when she's a whole home wrecker. Okay, a whole 304. See, when you knowingly mess around with married men, that's pretty much what you are. And that's pretty much how they tend to see you, which is why they usually don't leave their wives. They'll tell you these things just to get you where they want you. Okay, but the percentage of men, married men, who have affairs and who actually leave their wives, that percentage is low. But on the flip side, the percentage of married men who tell the side chicks that they're going to leave their wife eventually, well, that's a huge number. It's probably most of them. Okay? Out here telling lies. Why would you believe them anyway? They're lying to their wife. They're not loyal to their wife. Why would you think that a man who's cheating on this woman to be with you is going to be loyal to you, not cheat on you, and going to be honest with you? I just don't understand people. I mean, this is a special kind of stupidness, as far as I'm concerned. But let's continue.
Too much of my time has been invested, and too much of his time has been invested. So I'm not going to leave him alone now. And just because he hasn't left her yet does not mean he's not going to leave her. We just going through this rough patch like every couple do. He probably going to come see me later when I get home.
They just went through a rough patch like every couple does. Girl, y'all are not a couple. Him and his wife are the couple. This woman is crazy. Do y'all hear this? They went through a rough patch like every couple does. That's not your man. Y'all are not a couple. You are nothing but a good time girl to him. That's just what it is. How does she not? Yes, Joy, she is delusional. How does she not see this? Oh my goodness. I have secondhand embarrassment right now. Okay, she is really obtuse. And then she's saying he's probably going to come see me later when I get home. Girl, if I was pregnant by a man, was in the hospital for 5 days, blowing up his phone, and he never came or called back, then I get discharged and he doesn't even come to give me and the baby that's his a ride home. He wouldn't need to come see me at my house. He wouldn't need to come see me ever. Okay? He could have visitation for the child, but that's it. I don't want anything else to do with it. She's really a floor mat. It's obvious that she allows him to walk all over her, and that's what he'll continue to do. There's no need for him to leave his wife ever. He can have his cake and eat it too with a dummy like her.
And we gonna talk about it. And yeah, like, so y'all can stay mad. I don't care, really, honestly. That's why I haven't even like commented back to anybody, because nothing y'all say is gonna make me leave him alone.
It shouldn't be anything that we say that would make her leave him alone. It should be the things that he does, or shall I say, the things that he does not do, that would make her leave him alone. It should be the fact that he's married and belongs to someone else and he'll never be hers. After 6 or 7 years, when is she going to wake up and smell the coffee and realize it? And then she says, y'all can go ahead and be mad. Honey, we're not the ones that are mad. You are. We're entertained, quite frankly, because that's all this is. Entertainment. Okay? Like Love and Hip Hop, for example.
And nothing y'all say is gonna make him leave me alone.
There's your Uber. Now she's home crying. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention. Now, that other clip that we just watched had part 3 on there. That was actually part 2. This is labeled as 3, but it's actually part 3. Okay, because she's finally home after she left the hospital.
I did not expect this to be my part 2. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm hurting. This man was so excited about this baby.
Now she's lying. Now she's lying. She said this man was so excited about this baby. Girl, he got you to have 4 abortions. He wanted you to abort this one. You just told him that you were not going to have any more abortions. You're going to have the baby. He didn't come to the hospital, didn't give you a ride home, and you're sitting at home by yourself with the baby crying. But we're supposed to think he was excited about the baby? What married man who wants his wife is ever going to be excited about another woman having a baby? Delusions.
And he has not helped me do nothing. I guess he told his wife last night he had to work. So he was here till like 6 in the morning. But he was here for no reason because he didn't even help me with the baby. And I'm just so annoyed because it's just always something.
Now, she said he must have told his wife that he had to work last night because he was there till 6 in the morning, but he was there for nothing because he didn't even help her with the baby. Well, that's no surprise. That's no surprise. He probably came over there to get some sloppy toppy before he went and left to go to work in the morning or go home in the morning. That's probably why he came over in the first place, honey, to get some sloppy toppy. I'm sorry, he came over for a reason, and it wasn't because he cared about her. That's for sure. Okay, now he's gone and she's crying, so that tells us everything we need to know. She wouldn't be, like my auntie used to say, I wouldn't be a fool if my nickname was Fool. How about y'all? Laverne said, bye, Trick.
Yesterday he was supposed to pick us up from the hospital. He didn't pick us up. I ended up having to take a taxi. And I'm just aggravated because I didn't think I was going to be doing it by myself. Y'all have been dragging me for days. Like, it's always that way, though. Like, I don't understand how everybody, like, dragging me. I didn't know he was married at first.
See, she keeps on saying that as if that's going to make it better. She keeps on saying that when she talks about people dragging her. Here's the thing. I really wish that I could speak to her in person because what she seems to think is that we're going in on her because she knew he was married in the beginning. Well, we really feel like she did, but the reason we're really going in on her is for being so stupid that you would allow this man, you would deal with this man for years, knowing that he's married, wasting your time. And then here's how ignorant she is. She said that she has invested too much time in him. Let me tell you something. She didn't invest time in him. She wasted time on him. You see, an investment in a man or woman is when you see the two of you having a future together, where the two of you can build together at some point. That's an investment. When you spend time and money and you're with someone and you all are building together because you see a future, girl, you have no future with this man. He's already married. Okay? You're the good time girl. How many times I have to say it? So you didn't invest your time with him. You wasted your time with him. Okay? Now, as for him, he didn't waste his time because he was having his cake and eating it too. That's all he was doing. But she clearly got the short end of the stick. And hey, if you like the short end of the stick, then stay stuck on stupid. Okay? Oh, crazy.
And I'm not married. Like, I don't owe anybody no loyalty. Like, he's the one that's married. He owe his wife loyalty, not me.
I beg to differ. She should have loyalty for herself. She should have loyalty for herself. Okay, when you're dealing with someone who's married and they're just not giving you the time that you want and desire, and they're not able to do things with you like spend the holidays and their birthdays, your birthday, and things like that, because they got to be at home with the wife and the real family. You just get the scraps, the leftover, the crumbs, whatever they can give you, whenever they can give it to you. Why would you play yourself like that? Okay? Why would you? But she allows it. Okay? She allows it clearly. So if she likes it, I love it. All right? If she likes it, I absolutely love it. All right, with that all being said, let's continue. Let's continue. Hold on, let me put my spectacles on. Um, Antoinette. Okay, I couldn't see your name. Antoinette, thank you for becoming a YouTube member, beloved. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, look at Juju's talking about he's hollering. I know because really she's just making a fool out of herself. And she keeps coming back to the internet and then getting mad because people are not telling her what she wants to hear. I guess she wanted us to say, yeah, go ahead, call the wife. Call her and tell her everything. Tell her you're at the hospital, you're pregnant by her man, and y'all been together 7 years. Is that what she thought we were going to tell her? Girl, people were like, leave that lady alone. The wife doesn't have anything to do with y'all's mess. Let's continue.
But I guess this is what I get. I'm raising a baby by myself. Y'all, it be so funny when people really think you bothered and you really and truly unbothered. Y'all, it be so funny when people really think you bothered.
She was clearly bothered. Okay. We know she was bothered. That's literally why she kept coming to the internet with her problems and BS. Okay, so what do you all think about that? I find it to be absolutely egregious. Now, that being said, I'm going to go to this clip of this lady who says that she's 41 years old and she is pregnant by a married man. She too said that she didn't know this man was married. Now, this is just a short clip, but then I have this other lady I want you all to listen to because she sounds crazy too.
I'm 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and my child's father, all within a day of finding out that I was pregnant, that I may have an ectopic pregnancy, going to the emergency rooms, spending hours and hours and hours getting poked and prodded to find out that my baby's okay and in my uterus where they should be, and my hormone levels are where they should be. So within a day of finding all that out, the father of my child said he doesn't want this, he doesn't think this is a good idea, and he wants me to not keep the baby. Let me be very clear that my child's father was very aware of what was going on. This wasn't like nobody was trapped, he repeated over and over and over again how bad he wanted us to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to get pregnant. And then I get pregnant and he's like, no. And today he told me, well, listen, you have to get rid of the baby because actually I'm married. When we got together, thought we were getting divorced. I had requested a divorce, things was done, I thought, but that didn't happen. And now I'm trying to work my marriage out, so you cannot have my baby. So now here we are. And I'm trying to keep my stress levels down because one of the reasons they thought it was, or wanted to rule out it being ectopic pregnancy was because I was bleeding and still having a little bleeding issues. You know, I'm trying to stay calm, keep the stress down, so don't harm my baby, but I'm just struggling because I'm trying to figure out why I needed this. Why I needed to be trying to ask God, like, why I needed to be bent and broken and snapped in this way. I was minding my business, y'all. That man was persistent to even get a chance with me. And we were damn near living together. And then to say, you're and now, my poor baby. Poor baby. I didn't want this life for my baby. And you know what? I'm 41. I don't have any children. This is my first child. I didn't ever even think I wanted any, so I certainly wasn't trying to but now it's here. Just married the whole time. Intentionally got me pregnant, and once I got pregnant, told me I don't want nothing to do with this.
Y'all hear that? Another idiot. Now, here's the thing. She says he intentionally got her pregnant, but did he though? Did he though? Or did you intentionally get pregnant? Because why weren't you on birth control? Why weren't you using protection? Why did you take the morning after? I have several questions. And here's the thing, I'm going to tell you why. Okay, she got pregnant for that man. And here's how you know that. Listen, first off, she's 41 years old. Okay, she doesn't have any kids, girl. Who in the hell waits till they're 41 to start having kids? Okay. She said she never wanted kids. Isn't that what she said? She thought she never wanted kids. Well, she didn't want kids until she got with that man. All right. At the end of the day, and maybe she didn't know he was married at first and that he maybe didn't tell her. But here's the thing about that, too. See, if you're dating a man, first of all, how long have they been dating for her to be already pregnant? I have questions about that. Okay, one box says that pregnant. Hold on, honey. Let me put my glasses on. You see, that pregnant sister is a cat entangled in the yard while playing with one box. Cut it out. Okay. Thank you for your insight into the topic and your contribution to the channel, no matter how nefarious you are. Okay, I appreciate you. Now let me continue. A cat entangled in the yard. So now with that, what kind of cat are you talking about? That's why I'm laughing. Which cat are we talking about here? But anyway, let me continue. I don't want to get off track. I think I forgot what I was saying. Basically, here's the thing. This lady is 41 years old, said she never wanted any kids. Okay, and then now here she is pregnant by this man, and she has an ectopic pregnancy. Isn't that what she said? So, an ectopic pregnancy is very dangerous because that means that the baby, rather than being in the uterus when it was conceived, it was in the fallopian tubes. Okay, it's in one of the fallopian tubes. So, I find that very interesting, and that's very dangerous. And then it's probably something to do with her age, because you know, when you hit 40 and over, that's a high risk pregnancy. So there are things that can happen that could potentially go wrong, like an ectopic pregnancy. And so with that all being said, she's put herself in this in a precarious position, in my opinion. Now she wants to blame him, it seems. Okay, and then she's talking about my poor baby. Well, girl, you should have been thinking about your poor baby when you found out that man was married. Because let's keep it a buck. Do y'all really think that she didn't find out he was married until she got pregnant? Is that what y'all think? Because I don't. I think, in fact, that she probably got pregnant because she found out he was married. Maybe thought that was going to get him to leave the wife. Because, girl, you never had any kids, never wanted any. All of a sudden now at 41, you're pregnant. And that man's nowhere to be found, and he doesn't want anything to do with you, sadly. Honey, go see Dr. Phil or Yala Van Sant, because y'all need to get somebody to fix your life. I can't do it. Okay, this is all crazy. This is all crazy. Okay, Ebola for lady said she could miscarry. Honey, it's already miscarried. It's being carried in her fallopian tube. She's not giving birth. They're going to have to perform surgery to take that out. Okay, they're going to have to perform surgery to take that baby out of her. Hold on. Let's get into it. Let's look into ectopic pregnancy. Make sure I'm giving y'all the right information. A pregnancy in which the fetus develops outside the uterus, typically in a fallopian tube. 1 in every 100 women run the risk of an ectopic pregnancy. Okay, and that's what I told y'all it was. Now, an ectopic pregnancy happens when a fertilized egg implants outside of the uterus, usually the fallopian tube, because something blocks or slows its journey. Now, let me tell you something. It's usually a person that has fibroids. Okay, if you're someone who has fibroid tumors in the uterus, that could be a good reason for you to be having ectopic pregnancy, because the fibroids will be in the way in the uterus, and the baby and the fibroids are not all going to fit in there, so the baby would likely be formed in the fallopian tubes in that case. That's just one of the cases. Also, if people have STDs, PID, which is pelvic inflammatory disease, endometriosis, scar tissue from a previous surgery, or tubal issues. Okay, though sometimes no specific cause is found with risk factors, including past ectopics, smoking, using an IUD, fertility treatments, and being the age over 35. I thought it was 40, but 35. Okay, so yeah, she's 41, so that's probably why she's having these problems. Anyway, a fool nonetheless. Okay, I'm sorry, but she is. Now, with that all being said, let's go to this last fool, because this one right here, she really got me because she was talking about the wife. Now, I'm sure the wife hasn't done anything to her, but she was saying that the wife was a 304. Basically, she didn't use those words, but she literally said that the wife used to always be cheating. Now, I asked myself, how do you know what the wife's been doing, honey? Who's telling you this besides the lying, cheating husband that you're messing with? And would he have a motive for telling you these things about his wife? She said he told her that the wife was lying and cheating, and that's why he was cheating. You believed it? These women are so sad and obtuse. Let's continue. Let's continue. Sad stories that need to be told, unfortunately.
Hello, TikTok family. Let's talk and let's tell it all. This is part 3, how I end up having a baby by a married man that I did not know nothing about. Sorry, I'm on a flow with him.
Now, she actually shows the baby in her videos. I'm only going to play 2 of her videos because her videos are like 9 or 10 minutes long and she talks slow as hell. So we're going to listen to part of her, 2 of her clips. Okay, let's go.
Because you guys see what he's doing. Say hey. Okay. You said hey. Oh. Hey. Mwah. Mwah. So sorry about that. So remind you guys I will be posting him all on my Facebook page and my TikTok. So I end up getting a message on Facebook, TikTok, like from her and like fake pages, like 6 other people was inboxing me about this whole situation. And the thing is, like I said, I heard about it from one of his close friends, but he did tell me that they were separated and they in the process of getting a divorce or whatever. That's why they separated.
Now I want you all to understand something. When they say that they're separated and in the process of getting a divorce, listen, get back to me after you get the divorce. Tell them that. Don't waste your time, your energy. Okay, there's too many single men to be out here messing with somebody's husband and who's sitting there lying and telling you, oh, we're separated, we're about to get a divorce. Now, in this case, she says the best friend of the guy told her that. Well, the best friends lie for them too. I'm sure if the wife calls looking for the husband, the best friend will lie for him then to cover. So that's just what they do at the end of the day. So, girl, to believe him or his friends is obtuse. But let's continue.
So when she came and hit me up on my Facebook page, I could have respected her a little more if she would have came at me in a whole different way. The way that she came at me and the way that everybody else came at me with the fake pages and all this. It was pretty much saying that, oh, you don't take this down, I'm gonna sue you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get you for this, I'm gonna get you for everything you own. If you don't get my husband off your page, calling me all type of name in a book.
Now she's playing the victim. Okay, of course the lady was calling you names. You're messing around with her husband and you know that he has a wife. It's not like you were blindsided. It's not like it was a secret. You knew that he was married. And you were likely following his wife on social media if she was following you back. Because how did you know it was her that was on the pages? She said some of the pages were fake. Those were supposedly friends of the wife, I guess, from what she said in another video. But the bottom line is, girl, you expect that lady to talk nice to you like she owes you anything. Like talking about, I would have respected her more if she came to me a different way. She would have respected you if you had not been sleeping with her husband, had a whole baby, girl. These women are so crazy. The nerve of them to think that the other woman should give them respect. Girl, I would give you dust. Okay? I would give you dust at the end of the day.
No, not just her. The people who pages were making fake pages, they was doing it. It was like, remind y'all, it's just me myself. And I got like six different people coming at me. But guess what? I was holding it down by myself. I ain't need nobody. So
Holding what down? The internet? Holding what down? It's not like they showed up at your house knocking on your door ready to fight and throw hands. They're on the internet talking trash. So what were you holding down? Okay, anybody can talk trash on the internet.
let's go. Um, so she was just talking. Me, I don't really do much talking. But and the fact that it was so funny, a lot of females do this, which is I don't know why. They say, "Oh, you need to go get checked because okay, you need to go get checked because I got HIV. I have what she say? I got herpes. Um, I got this. How I got it because he was cheating on me with another girl, and another girl gave it to him, and he brought it back home to me. That's how I end up got it. And you probably have it if I have it and the other girl had it. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So now I'm pissed off. Now you woke up the bear. Now I'm going in. Not only just her, but I'm going in on him too. Like, what's up? What you got going on? You need to let me know something. Cause this right here, I'm not I'm not going for it. You see what I'm saying? Of course, he just in there lying. Okay, let me go. So he just in there lying and saying she just trying to break up what we got going on. All this stuff that he's saying right here telling me to get me to change my mind, telling me I need to block them, stop talking to them, or whatever. All this stuff. Um, so he just want to be in the camera. Okay, so at this point, I end up blocking them every pages that they had created. Everybody who came after me, I ended up blocking him because that's what he told me to do, block them. Which that's what I did. Um,
Notice she said she blocked them because that's what he told her to do. Okay? That's what he told her to do. Girl, you are so stupid. I would do the opposite of anything he told me. I would be talking to them and comparing notes. If anything, girl, this man does not want you. And the little baby's so cute. Girl, let me have that darn baby because clearly y'all don't need it. Putting the baby in your shenanigans and all that. The little baby's adorable. But girl, what are you talking about? And then she has a whole attitude talking about she ain't going for it. And here's the thing. So when the wife allegedly told her that he gave her HIV and herpes, and she's saying, she's asking him about it. Now, she claims that she got tested for that stuff while she was pregnant. So she feels like the wife is lying. Question is, what if she isn't lying? What if she's telling the truth? And what if you luckily just didn't catch it yet? Girl, please wake up, honey. Who's risking that?
so I ain't hear no more from that situation. We end up going on our 7 days cruise. Me, him, his friends, my friends did a 7 day cruise for my birthday, which I had a wonderful time. So after the cruise, remind y'all that was in May when my birthday was in May. That was in May. He won't let me be great. Okay, that was in May. Hey, that was in May when we went on a cruise. Um, remind you guys, we no, we planned to have a child. We planned to have this little boy right here. It wasn't something out like, oh, we didn't know nothing about it. We knew we was trying to have a child. We just didn't know when. So we was trying to have this little boy. Um, I didn't find out I was pregnant until end of June. End of June is when I found out I was pregnant. Um, and I think I was like almost a month pregnant. I think, I don't know, I can't recall. Um, so everything just going good. In July, it was his birthday in July. I planned, no, I planned a trip to Texas. I wanted to go on, he wanted to go to Texas for his birthday. He never been. And I was like, okay, let me plan this. It was a surprise.
Let me tell you all something. Now, here's the thing. She is giving all of these details not for our benefit. She's putting all this out here for the wife to find out. She knows that the wife follows her on social media. She already said it. She follows the wife too. Okay, she's talking about he told her to block them, but she already said that people make fake pages. So if you block them, they'll just make another fake page. She knows that the wife is seeing all this stuff. That's why she's got the baby in the camera. And that's why she's sitting there talking about, oh, we went on a cruise. Oh, he told me he wanted to go to Texas. Oh, we planned this baby. Trying to make it all sound so good and salacious. But girl, if it was really so good, if it was really all that you're trying to make it out to be, you wouldn't be coming to us on the internet telling your little side story. And that man would not be at home with his wife, where he likely is. He would be there with you and that baby that y'all planned. Okay, that y'all knew was coming. Okay, according to you. But let's continue because these people are a hot mess.
Surprise trip that I planned for to go to Texas for a couple of days. And the day that we was gonna go to Texas for his birthday, something had went something had with that wrong with the plane system. It did a shutdown for like days. Nobody couldn't go nowhere. I'm talking about nobody. So we ended up doing something in Georgia, since we couldn't go on the trip. And so that's what we did. So time go by, I post a picture of me being pregnant, and another girl, this random girl, hit me out of blue. Hey, such and such said, what she say? I can't remember what she said, but I can't remember what she said, but she was telling me that the boy that I was falling in love with turned out to be a person that lady, which was his wife, was telling me about. Everything this girl told me, it was the same thing that his wife was telling me, but it was worse. Okay, but this is part 4 of me getting pregnant by a married man and didn't know nothing about it. I will tell you guys part 5 once this little boy go to bed. I can't do anything. So
Mm-mm. Okay, so he has even another woman that he was messing with. I mean, the question at this point is how many women do these men have? And see, that's what a lot of these women don't tend to think about. You're a side chick. You think you're the only side chick? Some of these men have multiples. Okay? Some of these men have area codes. All right? They literally have women in different states. All right? So I just find it all interesting. She's a whole fool. Now let's go to the next part. I find this interesting. This is probably going to be the last part because she talks very slow, and I'm not trying to be here all night. Hold on. Dorada said, you knew because you have to keep reiterating. Right. Songwriter Sunny said, you didn't get pregnant by a married man. You let a married man get you pregnant. Okay? She needs to sit down somewhere at the end of the day. All right, let me share my screen. Likes up, everyone, please. Don't forget to like and share. I'll see you all in the morning with your morning wake up call.
So, TikTok family, let's talk and let's tell it out. This is part 5 of me dating slash having a baby by a married man that I did not know anything about. So, remind you guys, this girl from TikTok ended up hitting me up on TikTok. Um, she was very polite when she hit me up, but I can't remember if I end up taking her number down or she ended up taking my number. I'm not for sure. Um, so we end up talking over the phone, and pretty much, she was telling me that my child father was saying this is not his baby. I I really didn't know who to believe because he was telling me something else and she was telling me something else. So I didn't know who to believe at that moment. Um, but so she was pretty much telling me how, him and her been dating off and on for 7 years. Um, and how his wife knew about it. She was pregnant, but she ended up losing a baby. She also sent me like previous text message from him and her. Um, she sent me text message, me videos of him proposing to her, and I'm like, he did buy her a ring. Okay, girl, clock that. Um, I guess she ended up turning it down due to the fact that how you gonna buy me a ring and you still married? You still got that over there to figure out. So I ain't blame her. But yeah, so she was pretty much saying like the stuff that his wife put him through. Y'all remind y'all that he was actually a good guy. But his wife was dealing with her previous baby daddy because before he met her, she had already had a baby, and she ended up dating him and messing around with his her baby daddy. Oh well, up until he went to jail. He went to jail because I think um he was busting checks or something, and he ended up going to jail. To this day, he's still in jail, and that's the guy she used to always cheat on him with or whatever.
Now, see, I'm laughing at you all's comments. You all are so nefarious. Now, listen, she sounds ridiculous. Now, she's sitting there telling us this whole song and dance about who the wife was supposedly cheating with, and the guy went to jail, but she used to always cheat with him. Girl, according to who? The liar and the cheater? Let's continue. She's talking too darn slow. That's why I said this is the last clip because I can't.
So he just got to the point to where he just couldn't take it or whatever. So where he started cheating. And she couldn't even she had to accept it because, listen, you did so much to him Now it's like he at a get back, which is not okay. It's not cool or whatever. And I think pretty much that's what he was doing. Um, so time going by, she found out I'm pregnant. Y'all, this lady gave me the run around. Like my pregnancy was so like it was so bad, y'all. Like she was I don't even know if she was doing this to make me try to lose my baby because she was like, you gonna get married, you gonna not married. Oh, you gonna have a baby by a married man, he's married and you still like having sex, you still trying to have a baby by him. All this crazy stuff that she was telling me. Yeah, I am. Just like you was married.
I want you to pay attention to how she says this lady was asking her crazy stuff. Like, are you going to really have a baby by a married man? And I was like, yeah, I am. Girl, she was trying to help your dumb self, okay? She was trying to make you, think twice. But clearly it didn't work.
To him and was cheating with your baby daddy. I am, and I'm not gonna get rid of my baby. No, she was trying to get me to get rid of my baby, and I didn't. So throughout my whole pregnancy, you guys, she was giving me a run for my money. She was like, "You this, you that." You know, she lied about she having herpes. She lied about she have AIDS. Cause remind y'all, when you pregnant, they give you they you have to get all your tests done throughout your pregnancy. All my test results came back. I didn't have nothing, nothing at all. So
You mean nothing yet? Okay, nothing yet. Those are serious allegations. Okay, honey, I wouldn't risk it. Okay, she could be lying, just hoping you'll stay away from him. But girl, what if she's telling the truth, honey? It's all crazy.
she was pretty much lying or whatever. Um, but so I'm trying to make the story short because it's so much, y'all. Like it's so much. Um, so yeah, she just gave me, you know, the a run for my money. Let's just say that. Back in January, it was almost my due date was in February. She was trying to get me to do a DNA test, while the baby's still inside me, which I didn't. I waited until I had him. So as soon as I had my son, I got a DNA test done, which I shouldn't because me and this guy knew what's up. My son looked it just like him, like just like this guy. But I felt like I had a point to prove to her because she gave me so much problem throughout my pregnancy. She like, yeah, the stuff that she said, um, it was just pretty much just bad. So I just felt like you gave me a run for my money. So yeah, I got a DNA test. The DNA test came back. He is 99.9 the child father. Yeah. So this what you want. You want this DNA test, right? So this what you finna get. So me being the person I am, I sent her the DNA test. Like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, we family. Our kids, your kids and my child, they brothers and sisters. So what's up? She got mad. Hell broke loose when that DNA test came back. He was the father. You already knew it. She already knew it. He already knew it.
Bye. Okay, I'm sorry. She was about to put us all to sleep. Okay, she talked so darn slow. Okay, don't y'all get annoyed when people talk so slow? Because I talk fast. I'm just saying, we talk slow, honey. In monotone, I might just doze off on you, is all I'm saying. Okay, anywho, um, and that queen needs another channel called The Dumbest Losers. Okay. Mel says she's acting like she's a proud side piece. I mean, she clearly was. She clearly was, honey. That's what it was given. And these people are a whole hot mess. But hold on, because I have one more clip for you all. Now, I want you all to see what foolishness looks like in a relationship. Okay, first of all, I'm going to show you 3 scenarios in this clip or these clips where, people are just doing the most.
Fuck it up. Take the whole wall.
Now, he caught her cheating and went in on her, and this is her response to literally tear a hole in the wall. And he's telling her, go ahead. Let me rewind it back.
Fuck it up. Take the whole wall down. You heard me? We live, baby. We live.
I can't do it no more. I done told this woman 7 times to leave my house. Get out, it's over. I don't want to be with her no more. I can't be with you. You don't want to do nothing for yourself. She don't want to better herself. She want to sit around and play the victim and act like I'm the problem. I'm not the problem. This all the stuff, she got to go. I asked her 7 times, get yourself together. I even tried to make it work. She living with me. I'm paying all the bills. She got her kids here. I didn't even accept her kids. I don't even got no kids. I didn't even accept her kids and treat them kids like mine. I love them kids. But I can't do this no more, Tasha. You got to go. She come in all hours of the night, whenever she want to, always trying to play victim, telling everybody it's me crying to her coworkers, her family, saying it's me, it's me, it's me. Y'all gotta understand, man, I'm fed up, I'm stressing. I done tried to help this girl numerous of times. Try to help her get on her feet, and she just ain't got, it's like she don't want nothing in life. I cannot be with a woman like that. All we do is argue. Argue, argue, argue. She don't want to work. She pick her kids up, drop her kids off to her mama house while she go out and be in the streets all night. And I'm already paying the bills. And the f***ed up part is, I got a homie, his wife got a business. She was gonna hire her on the spot to answer the phones for her business, $20 an hour. I tell this dumb, hey, my homie wife got a business. And all you gotta do is answer the phone, $20 an hour. She gonna look at me and tell me what the fuck I look like. I'm like, what do you mean? What the fuck do you look like? $20 an hour, you telling me you can't work for $20 an hour to sit on
Now, y'all heard this? She didn't have a job. His friend's girlfriend or wife owned a business, was going to pay her $20 an hour just to answer phones. She said, what the F do I look like? Okay, you look like somebody clearly who doesn't want to work, okay? Put her out.
your ass? That's when I knew I couldn't work no more. That's her kids' stuff. It's like, I can't do it. Her kids tearing my house up. You know what I mean? I love them kids in my dear heart, but I can't do this. Sometimes you get fed up. I'm waking up, I'm going to work every day with attitudes, getting into it with my boss, arguing with my employees, my coworkers, and it's like, I just can't do it. God, please forgive me for doing this. I never meant to be this way. Like, you know, I'm a good man at heart, but sometimes you get fed up. I done asked her 7 times to leave, and it's just like, I can't deal with this no more. I just want y'all to see, I got her stuff out here. I can't do it. When you fed up, you fed up. $20 an hour to sit down and answer the phone. You told me what the f you look like. Like I can't do this. Your stuff is outside. I apologize, God. Please forgive me for doing this, man. I ask you to release me from any negativity or anything in my life. But my heart told me to do this. I love them kids. I do not want to put them kids out. But they gotta go. They gotta go. I've done too much for her and those kids. You have to go. I can't deal with it no more. I can't deal with nobody that don't want to do nothing to help better their life. I can't do it, man.
So I came across this video. It says, I spent $800 on this hotel, and she ain't want to give me none last night. Man, she got to hit the dough. Well, here we go again. Man takes woman to hotel room. He gets the hotel room for 3 nights. First night, she don't want to give him no cheeks. He wakes her up at 7 in the morning and say, hey, you got to get your stuff and get up out of here. She is refusing to leave, talking about, well, why I got to leave? He just made it clear, ma'am, you got to leave because you didn't give him any cheeks. You're not a distributor of cheeks. Therefore, he no longer wants to distribute a hotel room with hotel collection sheets and a nice Tempur-Pedic bed. Time to get up and get out of there. Now, here again, I blame the man, and you can see the video here, but I blame the man, again, because before you invest money on a situation, if you're expecting cheeks, there needs to be a conversation very early on about that before you book the flight or the hotel. And whenever I'm in a situation like this, I'd be like, we first get in the room, I'd be like, yeah, let's go ahead and hit the shower and get the cheek clapping started. Let's get the cheeks out of the way so we can enjoy the rest of our night. But let's go ahead and get this cheek clapping situation going, like immediately, right away. And she's like, nah, I ain't ready to do all of that. Be like, okay, well, your bags ain't unpacked, you ain't got comfortable, so you can go ahead and go right now. But ladies, men are not doing things out of the goodness of their hearts. If they're doing something for you, they want some cheeks, period. Don't accept things from men that you don't want to give the cheeks to. That simple.
Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. And let me just tell y'all something. Now, some of y'all know darn well. Some of y'all want to sit there and feign ignorance, but you know darn well when a man's giving you stuff and he wants something for it. Y'all know that. Okay, y'all know. Y'all know that. And some of these men that you put in the friend zone, honey, they really don't want to be friends. They're just sitting there waiting till their time comes, hoping and wishing. Now, here's a video of a man responding to the first woman who was pregnant by the married man and who was messing around with him for 6 or 7 years. 6, 7, or 8.
Woman says that she's pregnant by a married man after 6 years of being a secret. Now wants to call his wife from the hospital because he promised he was leaving his wife for her. Now let me state this clearly in English for y'all to understand. The exceptions do not make the majority. Men rarely leave their wife to be with a sneaky link. It rarely ever happens. And if you're entertaining a man that was once married to another woman, more than likely she left him and he's lying to you. Women have been proven to walk away from long-term relationships, husbands, and anybody else behind their happiness. A woman will leave her husband to be with a sneaky link. Women initiate divorces over 70% of the time. And there have been multiple women that were honest about this, that have walked away from their husbands to be with another man due to physical attraction alone. This is goofy behavior, and you will never get your blessings, and you don't deserve any blessings because there's multiple men in the world. You chose to voluntarily entertain a married man or woman. Nobody's alleviated from accountability. You shouldn't be cheating on your partner, and you should not be entertaining somebody that's currently in a relationship. If I can't be number one, why the hell would I want to be number two? Does that even make sense when you say that out loud? Leave your comment in the comment section. But y'all grown, I'm going to do what y'all want to do.
Okay. He made all the sense. Now here, I want you all to listen to this woman from Atlanta. And what she says is that you need to find you a man in the country or in the hood of Atlanta. She says if you're in Atlanta, you have to go to the country or the hood to find a man because otherwise they're all on the DL. Well, honey, if that's what people have to do in Atlanta, it's a sad day. Okay? Because I wouldn't go to the hood looking for anything. Okay, please pay attention. Now, that all being said, let's take a listen. I am so done. Look at Reggie talking about nefarious Atlanta. Listen, the nefarious people in Atlanta are not actually from Atlanta, Reggie. Please pay attention. Okay, the nefarious people from Atlanta didn't actually come from Atlanta. They came from elsewhere and brought their nefariousness with them. Okay, there's that. Because the people from Atlanta, we're absolutely the best. Okay, bar none. But let's continue.
or in the hood environments. Unfortunately, all the men in Buckhead and in Midtown and in the swanky things in the city, the art events, the culture. Okay, if you want to be around straight men in Atlanta, you have to hang in the country or in the hood environments. Unfortunately, all the men in Buckhead and in Midtown and in the swanky things in the city, the art events, the cultural things, all those places, unfortunately, that has been overtaken by DL men. Don't ask me, ask your mom. And so that's why you'll see, like in Atlanta, a lot of
Did she say, don't ask me, ask your mama?
pretty women just with like hood or country men. That's because they're trying to make sure that they're straight. Because dating these swanky, artsy, fartsy city men who know all the restaurants and high rises and rooftops, who graduated from poorhouse, you just can't detect, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too close to proximity to being gay. And a lot of them are DL. I just went out last night and that's what it was. So, girls, you just have to go out in the city for the girls. And if you're trying to find a lover, you're trying to find a real man, you got to go to the outskirts, you got to go out the city, you got to go to the hood, you got to go to the country, out the way.
First of all, who's going out looking for men like they're on the hunt? Second of all, I wouldn't advise anyone to go to the club looking for men. Because men in the club, I mean, most people in the club usually are just in there looking for hookups or just to have a good time. Okay? Not for anything serious. But let's continue. Okay, what do I know, honey? I haven't dated in, whew, I can't even tell y'all how long it's been since I dated, honey. I snatched my man up, honey, back in the 90s. But let's continue. Okay, let us continue because it's all nefarious.
And then you'll have a better chance of finding a straight man.
That's crazy. This is because one part of me is saying, is this what it's come to? And then the other part of me is saying, is this what it's come to? Like, this is crazy. I didn't even realize how much this was attached. And it's almost like it's a negative spirit that's attached to the community when you see this many people and this level of fear. And I mean healthy fear, because fear is a thing that's going to keep you alive. It's going to keep you out of the hospital. It's going to keep you from getting diseases. And another thing is, what makes women think that if they are in the same environment, but they get with a hood dude, that hood dude is a person that's not also on a DL? Like, how do you differentiate? How do you figure it out? How do you determine, whether or not a person is on a DL? It's a hidden thing. It's a hidden agenda. So I don't even know how y'all filter through, man. It's just, listen, bro, like, it's always better to just find the person that you want to rock out with, that's early in your life, that have your best interests at heart, that you've been able to observe for an extended period of time without meeting them and then trying to figure out whether they are or they're not. And it just seems like it's easier for people to, rock out with people that they've known for an extended period of time, maybe their best friend or whatever. And that way
Listen, she said all these men are on the DL. My question is, how does she know? If they're on the DL, how does she know? Is she just assuming? Is she just assuming? And here's the thing. Let me tell y'all something. Some of these women, they go out to the clubs or they go out to different places, venues and whatnot. And if men that they are interested in don't approach them or try to talk to them, this is real talk. The first thing they'll do is accuse the man of being gay. because the man's not trying to holler at them. Maybe the man already has somebody. Maybe you're not his type. But I've seen some of these women get upset and try to say that the guy is gay or, oh, these guys in here are gay or whatever. Mad because the men are not trying to hit on them because maybe you're just not their type. Okay? Now, that all being said, here's the thing too. She brought up these hood ninjas saying that you have to go to the hood of the country. Girl, didn't you see what was that name of that movie with the country dudes? Brokeback Mountain. I'm sorry, country guys can be on the DL as well. And the hood. Now, you know, many of these dudes in the hood, these so-called thugs, if you will, they've been to prison. And depending on how long they were in prison, they could be on the DL too. Okay? So I don't know where she's getting this from because somebody likes arts. She's saying they're artsy and this and that or whatever. That doesn't mean that somebody's on the DL because they like fine things, okay? Because they like going to operas or plays and things like that, okay? Arts festivals and whatnot, jazz festivals, okay? That doesn't mean that they're on the DL, all right? Now, with that all being said, Dynamic Quality said maybe she's the problem. You know, that's what I think. I think that she is the problem, okay? I absolutely think that she is the problem, making generalizations and all of that. And here's the thing. Y'all need to sit down talking about Atlanta because there's a lot of gay men in San Francisco. There's a lot of gay men in California, period. And there's a lot of gay men in Florida. And there's a lot of gay men all over the world, okay? Y'all go sit down somewhere trying to go in on Atlanta, all right? Because the reason y'all talk about Atlanta's gay men is because Atlanta probably has the best looking gay men. And so some of these women want them, but they're gay. And so they're mad, maybe. I don't know. Hey, don't get mad at me. I'm just making guesses, okay? Because I had my man since the 90s, like I said, honey. All right? We was married when you could get common law married. So at the end of the day, I didn't have these problems. I didn't have to be out here in the dating pool and all this stuff that y'all do with these dating apps. Hoping you don't get linked up with a serial killer for crying out loud. Woo, I absolutely cannot. Look at Juju talking about ATL is his second home. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, Island Beauty said, I know that's right, Queen. Lucky you. Thank you, beloved. Listen, these women all need to have several seats in an empty stadium. Go out there and find some self-worth. That's the first thing they need. You see, when you don't think highly of yourself, you will always tend to settle. That's what you'll do. You'll take whatever scraps you can get from whoever gives them to you because you're settling, because you have low self-esteem. You don't think highly of yourself. And when you don't think highly of yourself, well, it shows in the choices you make, in the decisions, okay? And when you go out here and get pregnant by married men, knowing that they're married, and you still do it, that reeks of low self-esteem. Okay, that reeks of it. Now, with that all being said, I love you all to life. I hope you all enjoyed the broadcast. I know I did, honey. It was hilarious. And you all, hold on. There's one more video I want to show you all. This Black woman was in the car with her Caucasian boyfriend, and he was giving her the business. And it was sad to hear. But somebody send this video to Dr. Umar, okay, while you still can. I have a feeling Dr. Umar's not going to be on YouTube too much longer if that lawsuit is successful. But let's continue.
Where the fuck your mom's house at, huh?
I'm going back to my car.
Where the fuck your mom's house at, huh?
You just ripped my clothes off. Like, why are you doing this?
I ripped them off.
Okay.
Fuck off, bro. Huh?
Okay.
You shut the fuck up, bro. Rip my clothes off, bro. Say that shit one more time, bro. I swear to God, I'll rip this shit off here. I'll kill you. On everything, I'll kill you. Think I give a fuck about you, please? I don't give a fuck about you.
Ooh, honey, that's sad. And here's the thing. The fact that she recorded that and then posted it, girl, what were you thinking? You made yourself look real bad. That's the choice that you made. That man talking to you like that, girl. I know that he's called you the N-word a time or two. I'm pretty sure of it. And here's the thing. When he said, I'll kill you, he will. He said it too calmly to be lying. If somebody's telling you in a calm voice, I'll kill you, I don't give a F about you. Why would I? Take them seriously. Okay? Take them very seriously. Okay? I'm sorry. At the end of the day, and he sounded like he was intoxicated. And he's driving, and you're in the car with him while he's intoxicated. He was clearly intoxicated. Okay? Like I said, ladies, bad decisions. Okay? Bad decisions. At the end of the day, honey, sometimes you just have to do better and listen to advice when people try to give it to you, because some of these young people, they don't want to take advice from others unless it's the advice that they want to hear. Like the young lady that was pregnant at the hospital for 5 days and no, the man didn't show up. She's sitting there asking for advice. And when we gave it to her in the comment section, she got mad at us. I guess she wanted us to tell her, yeah, go ahead, girl. Go ahead and be with that married man. Forget his wife. You don't owe her anything. He's the one that made the vows. Okay? He's probably going to eventually leave, and then you and him and your baby. Y'all can be a family. Forget about her. Is that what she thought? I'm sure that's what she thought. That's what she was hoping for. She really thought that people were going to have her back. Delusions of grandeur. Okay, with that all being said, I love you all to life. I'm out of here. I will see you all in the morning with your morning wake-up call. Until then, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Also, do you all want me to do a Ring It in the New Year's broadcast? One's in the chat if you do, because y'all know we did one last year. Do you all want me to do a Ring It in the New Year's broadcast tomorrow? One's in the chat if you do. Let me know now. Because I could do one, honey, because my man has to work. My man has to work tomorrow. So, tomorrow night. Okay, so we'll do one. All right. Anyway, so bring your popcorn because it's going to be messy. Y'all already know. Okay, so anyway, love you all to life. All right, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, and never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got